Hey everybody, this is Alberto from A to Z Tactical Academy, and today we're going to talk appendix carry, the proper gun size, the proper belt, and the proper clothing selection. Alright guys, so this is going to be a video on appendix carry, and I'm wearing a rash guard so I don't have to show you my big belly here, so bear with me on this one. Anyway, so I hear this a lot when people ask me which gun is best for appendix carry, right? And one of the things that people don't think about is the size of the gun. Most people think that the most comfortable gun will be a little gun because, you know, they don't want it digging into their leg and they don't want to dig it in their belly and all that stuff. And that is completely wrong. The most comfortable gun for appendix carry is not a small gun. Let me show you what I have. All right, so here I have a subcompact with an optic. This is a ZZ Rami, 10 round magazine, 3-inch barrel. These, I'm showing them open so that they're all clear. You can see they're all clear. Then I got a medium size. It's an H&K P30L. So this is the one with the long slide. This is currently my carry pistol, also clear. I'm showing you here clear. And then I got my open gun competition. It's a ZZ Shadow 2. I removed the compensator just because, you know, I don't have a holster for appendix with the compensator. I only have a competition holster, but this is what I would consider a full size, you know, very long, very big gun. So anyway, they're all clear. I'm gonna close the slides and then show you the holsters and how it matters. So this is the ZZ Rami. And this little holster really was a holster for strong side inside the waistband, but we're going to demonstrate what it does on appendix. It does not have a claw, and that would definitely make a difference. What would happen if you try to put a subcompact, a very small gun, on appendix? So holstering this and putting a 1.5 inch belt on it, you can see there is very little muzzle or very little area of the gun on this side, right? If you had a claw, yes, that tucks the grip of the gun towards your body, but not having enough area on this side, what will do is your belly will actually push under the gun, making this part completely dig into here. Let me put the belt on and let me put this gun on and I'll show you what I mean. All right, in the Rami, it is so short, and you can kind of see here how much is digging in there. It just kind of sits like this. Very uncomfortable. Obviously, I can bend over because it's so high, but it's just absolutely pointing straight into my body. And even if I had a foam wedge on it, it would be so high that it's still very, very uncomfortable. My belly just pushes the gun more. And it definitely prints a lot more. Like, I can absolutely tell there's a gun in there. And if I tighten the belt all the way, that's even worse, because now it's really digging into me, and it didn't hide it any better. So, you know, not the most comfortable gun to put in appendix. I would definitely not put a subcompact in appendix position without the proper holster, and I'll explain that. There are holsters made for subcompacts that have extra material here that allows you to put a foam cushion or a teardrop. Keeper's Concealment makes holsters for subcompact guns that are very long, and if you look at Keeper's Concealment's reviews, if you will, some people complain that their holsters have too much material in the front of the gun where there's no gun in it, right? So they complain, not understanding what that purpose is. They complain that, hey, that's not an appropriate holster, or it has too much material, what a waste, yada yada. It's crazy, right? But what happens is they don't understand that extra material helps on keeping the gun tucked this way instead of this way. Anyway, moving on. So here's my H&K P30. I closed the slide. I showed you guys it was clear. It is still clear. I'm the only one here. Anyway, so this is a 4-inch barrel, full grip, you know, not not a subcompact gun. And this right now, it's actually my favorite appendix holster. This is from Dark Star Gear, and I have a foam pad that I actually made. Their teardrop that you can buy from factory was just not big enough for me. This is going to be a trial and error for you guys, because you have your own body, right? You know the comfort of your body. I wanted a harder foam. The teardrop was a little too soft for me, and it wasn't big enough. So that's that. And then I also like this dark claw that has this the steps over here. So the higher you put the belt, the more it tucks it in. Anyway, putting this on, and in appendix, again, I got the cable for the microphone here, so. Okay, here's the other example. On my H&K, you'll see it just comes up a little lower than the Ramy, but not as low as the CZ Shadow. And this claw right here, this step claw, helps on putting the grip of the gun more towards the body, and you'll see where it's positioned. And again, you know, this is actually my current carry. It's super comfortable. I've done 10-hour days with it, and not a problem. Now, this is the bottom of the muzzle, like all the way, I would say, down to this level. So I am, you know, 4 inches below the belt line, way down below. The wedge, the foam wedge, helps to push it out, and the claw, this claw right here that tacks on the belt, pushes the grip this way. So now this actually prints very little, and actually prints more because of the optic. So tightening the belt actually tucks the optic back in. So you can see here, I'm wearing just a plain t-shirt. I can absolutely bend without it being uncomfortable. I wear this 8 or 9 hours a day, and it's extremely comfortable, right? So a longer gun may seem contradictory to the comfort of your carry. It's actually the opposite. It's more comfortable. The other thing is the right height. So for height, you see how much space I have here? Because when I go grip the gun, I have to make sure that I have enough space to put my hand in there, or if I'm doing, you know, the stab or the claw, to have enough space to put my whole firing hand on it without having to negotiate the belt. So if it was, let me try to move this. If it was really low, and I can't even do this. If it was low like this, it would be very difficult for me to kind of wiggle my fingers into it and, you know, grab the gun. So I actually like it with all that space in there. So this allows me a full firing grip. This conceals much better. I've actually been in many places where I'm just wearing a plain t-shirt, and I've directly asked people to find my gun, and I tell them I am carrying a full-size gun, and very few of them actually can tell me that I'm carrying appendix. Most people think I carry in the small of the back because obviously I'm facing them. Anyway, moving on to the largest gun I have. All right, and for this one, the 5.5 inch barrel, CZ Shadow 2, big full firing grip, mag well, the whole bit, right? Now this holster is has these bands, not the clip. I kind of moved away from these for other reasons. Go watch another one of my videos. I explain why. But these are comfortable. Obviously, they're very comfortable. And this has the small claw, not the big one. And this particular holster has a built-in wedge, so it's part of the holster. I used to wear this holster when I was, 30 pounds lighter. So this built-in wedge was enough. Now that I'm, eating too many cupcakes or whatever, I actually need to put an extra foam pad in there just to make it more. But anyway, let me put this in. There's the gun. So I'll just put it like this. So you see, where does the gun sit in the appendix position if it was just outside of the pants, right? So you see how low it goes, and here's all the space, here's the claw, here's the 2 belt clips, and it disappears. I can still move my legs and bend over completely on this one because it's still kind of, you know, see here, yeah, there you go. So I can still move a lot, and it's perfectly concealed. Let me show you here. Loosen my belt. In these bands, the bands go under the belt over the pants. Let me see if I can put them in. There you go. Under the belt, over the pants, right there, and then you close them. You close them right here. All right, there it goes, right there. So this is a big gun, right? So same thing here. I got all this extra space so I can do a full firing grip on this gun. It also has an optic on it. And then now this is hanging like way down here. I got it almost all the way down to here. And this is actually the most comfortable. Why? Because it goes all the way past the important parts. And I'm sure there's no way I can shoot myself in there because I'm way past it. So this is very comfortable. It also tucks the gun really well. If I tighten the belt, the claw kind of helps it even more. So this part goes back in here. And like I said before, I just don't have enough wedge in this particular holster just because I've gained some weight. But a CC Shadow 2 can be carried appendix, and it virtually disappears. If you can see here, it kind of goes away, right? So again, a more comfortable gun in appendix is not necessarily a small gun. A large gun, or at least a long slide gun, is far more comfortable for appendix carry. All right, so you've seen me with these in a black shirt. Black conceals the best. You may want to wear different colors. So anyway, let me put on different color shirts and show you what a difference it makes to have a solid light versus a solid darker. And the best will be a heavily patterned shirt. So when you put this on, yes, it does conceal it, but you could totally tell. And this is my HK, right? So this is the holster I prefer that I wear nowadays. This is my current carry holster. But you can definitely tell there's something there. It hides it. I mean, I can hide it, and honestly, most people are absolutely clueless about what other people are carrying. So I know that the first time you're gonna put a gun on, you're probably gonna think, my God, everyone can tell. I guarantee you no one can, unless it's somebody else that carries, and then they can definitely tell. Or you have the wrong clothing selection, and then you can definitely tell. But anyway, this is a lighter color. Obviously, it hides it a little less. Brownish kind of a color. See here. You'll be able to tell right away that I'm carrying appendix. So there it is. So what happens with lighter colors is the light would hit you from above, from the side, from somewhere, right? And it will create shadows on the lighter shirt, and that will give it up. If you have a dark color shirt, the shadows are obviously dark, so you can't tell. Heavily patterned shirts are another ones that you can do. So anyway, this shirt, I can definitely tell that I'm carrying. The worst is white. Let me show you. Yeah, when I carry appendix, I definitely never wear white, because I mean, even the button down is absolutely gives it up. So anyway, here it goes. And what happens is, what I was telling you is that the light hits it and it creates shadows and reliefs. And I mean, you could tell basically everything about it. I can tell you where it ends, where it starts, how high it goes, the whole thing. Right? Put on a black shirt, that problem goes away. They're light color, right? Brown and white, and then green and yellow, gray, whatever. Which I've explained before, you know, lighter colors don't help. However, as you can tell, this is a heavily patterned shirt, so it helps, even if it is a lighter color, to have lots of patterns. I guess that's why the guys were wearing Hawaiian shirts. Hawaiian shirts are amazing at hiding all kinds of contours. So anyway, this is I wear this for you know, office carry or whatever. But yeah, because of the pattern. Yeah, here's the gun. But what happens is the shadows that the light creates hide it in the pattern, and you know, I could tuck it, and you still cannot tell. So this is a shirt I wear regularly, just because of the pattern. So if it's gonna be a lighter color shirt, make sure that it's a heavily patterned shirt, like a cowboy shirt or something like that. Another one is this one here. This is an Eddie Bauer, but again, you know, it's a lighter color, and the pattern helps it break the light shading. And so, yeah, you can kind of tell right there, but because of the pattern, it hides it. And I've actually worn this, and people cannot tell. So, anyway, hopefully these tips help you when you're planning on getting a gun for appendix carry. Don't pick the little one. The little one is the wrong gun for appendix carry. Pick the big one. The big one's better for you. Thanks for watching. Please give me a like, subscribe, and a comment. I'd love a comment. Thanks for helping me grow this channel. See you next time.